How do we keep our Anubias from rotting, but also keep it wet enough? Answer, this dome right here. This could be a total failure, but if you're not failing, you're not trying new things, you're not trying hard enough. This is a new Jetto humidity dome by yours truly. And everything is a prototype. If I get one little bit of a win from this, I'll modify it and go another way. I can already tell that I should use one piece of this plastic instead of two. But here's what we're trying to do. We want to have it grow up out of the water, but we also want to keep it wet. This is some Anubias that had some tiny bit of Anubias rot on here. This one actually looks pretty good and is doing just fine. But some of these other ones have been smashed with Anubias rot, and I've got nothing to lose. Right here is a prime example. This plant is falling off of the rhizome as I point to it with my spray gun, falling off the rhizome. However, up here at the top, we have new growth. So I believe that all we need to do is cut that here, and we'll have an entirely like rot-free plant. Just kind of simply remove this part, and right here we'll have this. So the purpose of this dome, forget this piece, it has the rot. Let's try to grow this one by itself. What you see is the new growth on top. That's the key element here. The plant is living on, it's growing in a different direction. There's one piece of new growth there, and there's another one, little something, want to be starting something right there. So we can tell that the plant is gonna be okay, but it's got this rot part. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna keep it in this dome right here, and I'm just gonna leave them alone. And in this dome, what I can do is I don't need much more humidity, but I need some. So I'm gonna spray this down all over the place with the spray wow. You're gonna be saying wow. And I'm gonna keep these just a little bit humid, and my hope is that I can keep this humidity level high. And this is also based on the experiment and success I've had in the Crenum Skank Dome. So between these two, I'm on to something. I gotta just keep the humidity in here, keep it sealed up good, and I'm still working on sealing it up. But if I can keep this just a little bit humid while keeping these plants above in the CO2 rich atmosphere in here and keep humidity levels high, I think I can grow the heck out of some Anubias up out of the Anubias rot. The variable that I'm concerned about is how humid is too humid to where the rot will still live, because in the other setup I had it in full sunlight and it was able to dry out all the rot and the plant was able to produce beyond that. But I just don't have that variable between how dry and how humid the plant needs to be dry enough to outgrow the rot, but be humid enough to when new leaves come off, they continue to grow. So that's why we're experimenting with this dome right here.